Welcome to WikiSpun, my classic rock music documentary series. It focuses on great rock bands and musicians. No grandiose production or performances here, just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? But please, do browse my channel and watch any of my many cover music videos. And oh yeah, a like and subscribe would be much appreciated. In 1970, the Grateful Dead were at a crossroads. The psychedelic highs of the 60s were fading into a haze of debt, legal trouble, and a changing America. But out of that chaos came a song that didn't just define the band, it defined a lifestyle. Truckin' became a permanent entry in the Library of Congress and the ultimate anthem for anyone who's ever felt the weight of the road. Today, we're looking at the chemistry between the sun and the moon of the Dead, Jerry Garcia and Bob Weir, and how a drug bust in New Orleans inspired the greatest road song ever written. At the heart of the Dead was a singular brotherhood. Jerry Garcia was the reluctant leader, a bluegrass-loving banjo player turned electric shaman. His playing was fluid, conversational, and soulful. Then there was Bob Weir. When he joined the band at just 16, he was the little brother who had to find a way to play rhythm guitar around a lead player who never stopped moving. Weir developed a style that was part jazz, part orchestral, filling the gaps Jerry left behind. While Jerry provided the spiritual core, Bobby provided the rock and roll energy. Together, they formed a telepathic link. On Truckin', you hear it perfectly, Jerry's bluesy trills dancing over Bobby's driving chordal anchors. Truckin' was born from the album American Beauty. It was a collaborative effort, with lyrics written by the band's non-performing lyricist, Robert Hunter. The song is a travelogue of their 1970 tour, but the heart of the song is the New Orleans incident. On January 31st, 1970, after a show at the Warehouse, the New Orleans police raided the band's hotel. Most of the crew and band, including Garcia and Weir, were arrested for possession. Hunter took that stress and turned it into poetry. The lyrics aren't just about the bust, they're about the relentless pace of life. It's about the soft machine of the human ego grinding against the reality of the highway. When they sing, "What a long, strange trip it's been," they weren't just talking about a bus ride, they were talking about the human experience. Musically, Truckin' is a shuffle, but it's a heavy one. It's built on a blues foundation, but in true Dead fashion, it was a springboard for improvisation. In a live setting, Truckin' could last 20 minutes, spiraling into a jam or the other one. Garcia's soloing on Truckin' usually followed a climbing structure, building tension until the whole band exploded back into the final chorus. It's the sound of a band that is perfectly in sync, even when they're playing at the edge of falling apart. Jerry Garcia passed away in 1995, but the song didn't stop. Bob Weir kept the flame alive, most recently with Dead & Company, featuring John Mayer on lead guitar. Sadly, Bob Weir recently passed away at age 78 on January 10, 2026, after succumbing to underlying lung issues following a battle with cancer. His family honored his transition as a peaceful passing that occurred only months after he performed a final series of emotional 60th anniversary shows at San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. Truckin' remains the mission statement for the Deadheads. It's acknowledged that life is messy, the law is often on your tail, and the road is long. But as long as the music is playing, you just keep trucking on.
Truckin', Got my chips cashed in, keep trucking like the doodah man. Together, more or less in line, just keep trucking on. Arrows of neon and flashing marquees out on Main Street. Chicago, New York, Detroit, and it's all on the same street. Your typical city involving a typical daydream. Hanging up and see what tomorrow brings. Dallas, got a soft machine. Houston, too close to New Orleans. New York, got the ways and means, but just won't let you be. Most of the cats that you meet on the streets make it true love. Most of the time they're sitting and crying at home. One of these days, they know they gotta get going. Out of the door and down to the street alone. Chucking like the doodah man once told me, you got to play your hand. Sometimes the cards are worth a dime if you don't lay them down. Sometimes the light's all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Lately it occurs to me, a long, strange trip it's been. What in the world never became of Sweet Jane? She lost her sparkle, you know she isn't the same. Living on reds, vitamin C and cocaine. All a friend can say is ain't in the shame. Trucking up to Buffalo, been thinking you got to mellow slow. It takes time, you pick a place to go and just keep trucking on. Sitting and staring out the hotel window. Got the chills, they're gonna kick a door in again. I'd like to get some sleep before I travel, but if you're gonna warn, I guess you're gonna come in. Busted down on Bourbon Street, set up like a bowling pin. Knocked down, it gets to wearing thin. They just won't let you be. You're sick of hanging around and you like to travel. Get tired of traveling, you wanna settle down. I guess they can't revoke your soul for trying. Get out the door and light on the go around. Sometimes the lights are shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Trucking, I'm going home. Whoa, whoa, baby, back where I belong. Back home, sit down and patch my bones and get back trucking on.
Thanks for watching. If you want to dive deeper into the Dead's history, check out the official Grateful Dead website. And oh yeah, keep on truckin'.